This meeting is called to order in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice of this meeting was provided to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and the Highland Park Planet on April 18, 2024, and was posted on Borough Hall website at www.hbborough.com and on the bulletin board of Borough Hall, 221 South Fifth Avenue in Highland Park, New Jersey, and has remained continuously posted as required by law. Fire exits are to my right and left of council chambers. Michael, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Foster.
Yes.
Councilwoman Canavera. Here. Councilman George. Councilman Hale.
Here.
Council President Hirsch.
Here.
Councilwoman Kim Cho Han. Councilman Pistonik.
Here.
Borough Attorney Shaw.
Here.
Special Counsel Bowman.
Here.
Borough Administrator Rivera.
Here.
And now it's time for presentation and awarding tonight. This month being Pancreatic Cancer Month Awareness, we have a proclamation that we want to just let everybody know that we're in strong support of people going out and get checked by their healthcare professional. Council President, can you please read the proclamation?
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you everybody for recognizing November as World Pancreatic Cancer Month and Thursday, November 21st as World Pancreatic Cancer Day. Whereas the Borough of Highland Park is mindful of the gravest health threats that face our residents and publicizes opportunities for preventive care, and whereas the World Pancreatic Cancer Coalition has identified pancreatic cancer as the 12th most common cancer worldwide, with the third leading cause of cancer in countries with very high human development, such as the United States. And whereas the National Cancer Institute estimates that there will be 66,440 new cases of pancreatic cancer in the United States in 2024 alone, and 51,750 deaths, which will be 8.5% of all cancer deaths. Whereas early diagnosis is essential and may improve the chances of survival, the symptoms of pancreatic cancer include unexpected weight loss, new onset diabetes, mid-back pain, stomach pain, loss of appetite, indigestion, and yellow skin or eyes. And whereas, according to the American Cancer Society, risk factors can be changed to lessen a person's exposure, include tobacco use, being overweight, diabetes, workplace exposure to carcinogens, and chronic pancreatitis. Whereas the Borough of Highland Park urges residents to schedule regular visits with their personal physicians and to discuss with them any family history, risk factors, or symptoms that may cause concern. Now, therefore, Elsie Foster, Mayor of the Borough of Highland Park, designates Thursday, November 21st as World Pancreatic Cancer Day in the Borough of Highland Park. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Approval of minutes. May I have a motion to approve minutes as distributed October 15, 2024, that was regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Canavera.
Yes.
Councilman Hale.
Yes.
Council President Hirsch.
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik.
Yes.
And now we move to council report. Councilmember Hale.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So tonight we have a hearing about amendments to the redevelopment plan of Tract A through D. I know that sounds like kind of a big deal, but as the planning board said when they found the plan consistent, or in the lovely words of the planning board, not inconsistent with the master plan, this is really just a kind of a collect-all of all of the changes that have happened, particularly on Tract C, but it's an attempt to try and streamline and make the redevelopment plan a little bit easier to read, a little bit easier to amend as we go forward. Again, we keep talking about redevelopment, a picture to be painted. So we've got a good frame and we've got a good outline, so we're moving along. So I think that's exciting. Couple other notes. A big shout out to Main Street for getting all the snowflakes up. Always a wonderful festive time of year to see the snowflakes, and they're a harbinger of things to come. So Small Business Weekend, which is going to include a visit by Santa Phil Claus. That would be Santa Phil George playing the role of Santa Claus. Don't tell anybody, in a big red fire truck. That's going to take place November 30th and December 1st. It's also a great time to remember to stock up and shop local for all your holiday needs. The markets are going to run November 16th, 30th, December 1st, 14th, 21st, and 22nd. It's 4 to 8 on Saturdays, and it's 12 to 4 on Sundays. And then the annual menorah lighting, which will be December 26th. It's a great time to jack your blood sugar through the roof on Sufganeh donuts. So come by to that. I'm going to end just with a short note. One of our volunteer firefighters, Shalom Tex Moore, recently passed away after battling a heart condition for a while. Tex was a friend of mine, and he was always there with a new joke. He always had a story, and he could always talk a dog off the meat wagon. He was there for his friends and his family, and particularly his daughter Tori. Tex and I actually didn't agree much about anything, particularly politics. And I once had to save him and rescue him from a really angry mother who caught him talking about President Obama's birth certificate to our 7-year-old son. But to give it a bit of perspective, Tex was telling my son to look up his own information and to find his own truth about that, not telling me what to think. So we had him over for dinner even after that. He was a great guy. He was just a guy that was out there working with his hands, out there helping people. And it was impossible to stay mad at Tex because he never seemed to be mad at anyone. And above all else, Tex was a character and an original. And there's not a lot of those left. So just wanted to say that he'll be missed. He was a good part of our fire department. He was a great part of our town. I just wanted to recognize his passing. Thank you.
Councilmember Canavera, if you're able. Councilmember Canavera has lost her voice, but she's here with us. She's a trooper.
Do you want me to add it to my?
Council President Hirsch will read her speaking part.
Should I add it to
No, just read her part. You're playing her part tonight.
I am speaking on behalf of Councilwoman Canavera, who has a little bit of laryngitis, is trying to save her voice. She is the chair of the Health and Human Services Committee. The community food pantry is open on the 2nd and 4th Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday following Thursday from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Highland Park Gives a Hoot Food Pantry is every Tuesday and Wednesday at the Zone 6 Center from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. The Mental Health Commission reminds you that if you or someone you know is in crisis, please reach out for help. Call the Lifeline at 988 or text HOME, H-O-M-E, to 741-741. Again, that's text the word HOME to 741-741. Both are 24/7, or both are open 24 hours, 7 days a week, are free and confidential. Thank you, Councilwoman.
Okay, Councilmember Paulson.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Stolnik. I chair the Recreation and Arts Committee. And within that realm is some exciting developments. We have renovations underway at the community center. So very happy to be able to report that. Some exciting renovation work has begun. While the center is closed for the time being, the Department of Community Services is hard at work to ensure that various programs, activities, and events continue at alternate locations, but fingers crossed, the work will be done quickly, and we'll be welcoming everyone back to a freshly updated and more welcoming community center shortly. And related to that, I know that we have on the agenda a resolution to authorize some improvements for the restrooms in the community center, also very much needed. So, urge everyone up here to support that so we can bring that to the public. And then a couple of events to report. We have a Thanksgiving luncheon on Monday, November 25th at 12 p.m. There'll be turkey and all the trimmings catered by Stagehouse Tavern and a kosher option available upon request. There'll be musical entertainment by Jerry Casaldo. Location is to be determined because of the community center renovation, so keep an eye out for that. Also have the Highland Park High School and Middle School Chamber Orchestra Winter Concert, which will be on Tuesday, December 3rd at 1 p.m. They'll be presenting the Bache. On Tuesday, December 3rd and 10th, from 9 to 12, we'll have AARP defensive driving courses available. And on Wednesday, December 11th at 11 a.m., we'll have a holiday wreath making event with Alima. Please contact the community center, call or stop by for any more details on these programs. Or I should say, I'm sorry, the community center is currently a close renovation. Please stop by Borough Hall where the community services staff are temporarily located for more details on that, or reach by phone or email. And that is all I have for tonight.
Council President? Council President Hirsch?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm sorry, I forgot that there was that were one down. I apologize. Hi, everybody. My name is Matthew Hirsch. I am the chair of the Public Works Committee. Thank you for being here tonight. Just a few updates. There is some ongoing road reconstruction work, which I'm sure many of you have noticed. Particularly current contract that we have to do improvements to North 4th Avenue, Dennison Street, and Harper Street. So just so you know, starting today through Friday, weather depending, North 4th Avenue, North 4th Avenue from Dennison Street to Raritan Avenue, and Dennison Street from North 2nd Avenue to North 5th Avenue will be milled and paved. Now, this will cause some, potential mild headaches. It will be noisy, and obviously there will be traffic considerations, and we will work as best with you as we can. But these are much needed improvements, particularly on Dennison and Harper, which were certainly problematic. On Tuesday and Wednesday, no parking signs will be posted before the milling starts. And recycling and garbage collection should not be affected. However, if for whatever reason you put your bins out and it is not collected, fear not, give a call to DPW, let us know, and leave it out, and it'll be picked up the following day. And that's usually the case too. If for whatever reason, if a certain street is missed for whatever reason, standard course of practice is just to leave it in place, and DPW will come back. But give us a call just so we know. Regarding trash and recycling pickup, I did just want to report some numbers. Thanks to Frank Troy from the Department of Public Works. In October, part of our October report is tracking, part of our monthly report is tracking how many tons of garbage and recycling are picked up. So in October, nearly 300 tons of trash was collected over 9 collection days. All was delivered to Middlesex County landfill, and that brings our year-to-date total to 3,142 tons. For recycling, just over 97 tons of recycling were collected over 10 recycling days, and that was delivered to the Colgate Paper Stock Company, and the year-to-date total is 882 tons. And just regarding the Colgate Paper Stock Company, last fall, I and some members of the Environmental Commission did go down to watch the recycling happen in action, watch it get sorted by hand in many cases, and where our recycling goes. Highly encourage. I want to make more trips like that, so we can really see, how things work out. When you do put your number 1 and number 2 recycling in there, that it is indeed recycled, and it does not get relegated to the trash heap. Just a couple other points in my portfolio. There's a Shade Tree Advisory Committee meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, November 13th at 7:30 p.m. You can find the link on www.hpvoro.com. Please come. And in fact, please do come, because we will be talking about our fall and our spring shade tree plantings. Sustainable Jersey. Please join our winter workshops to learn practical skills for reducing waste and extending the life of your belongings, whether it's sewing, food waste reduction, home and car maintenance, and more. Whether you're learning or sharing, we do want your input. There is a form to fill out at www.sustainablehighlandpark.com. That's www.sustainablehighlandpark.com. And you can fill that out. And you can also get information on the couple other items I'm about to mention. Join Sustainable Highland Park and the Highland Park Ecology and Environmental Group for our trash cleanups. Gloves, bags, and other supplies will be provided, so all you need to do is bring your goodwill. Cleanups are from 10 a.m. to noon, unless otherwise listed, and the locations are announced as we move forward. But currently, we do have our next cleanup is Sunday, November 17th, and that is, we'll meet at the Valley Place Trail. That's the trail along the river parallel to South Adelaide Avenue. And that's at 10 a.m. We'll meet at the entrance to Valley Place Trail at the intersection of South Adelaide Avenue and Valley Place. Again, the information, if you don't remember that, the information can be found at www.sustainablehighlandpark.com. The next Sustainable Highland Park meeting is Wednesday, November 20th at 7:30. And our meetings are typically on the fourth Wednesday of each month, except in November and December, which are the third Wednesdays of the month. And then finally, I just wanted to acknowledge the mayor and my colleagues with Terry with immense gratitude because the borough had a ribbon cutting last week to formally celebrate the renovation and reopening of the Felton Avenue top. We were honored that the director of Middlesex County Commissioners, Ron Rios, was there to participate in the event. Mayor Foster and we all noted that this renovation is integral to kind of our how we hope to improve neighborhoods throughout Highland Park, is identifying new public spaces for passive recreation or improve existing spaces that might have been neglected and had a little rust and just need a little TLC. And I do want to note that while the borough did put in a significant investment, this project was also assisted by $170,000 from the Middlesex County Open Space Fund. So if you do wonder where those funds go, those are the types of projects that support, and we have to apply for them and seek them out. But it is an enormous help, and we couldn't get these little things done without it. So thank you all, and that's my report.
Thank you. Board Administrator report?
Yeah, I don't have a report tonight.
We're Attorney Special Counsel Bauman. Do you have a report?
Sure, Mayor. On your agenda tonight, in addition to the plan discussed, is a resolution concerning the redevelopment area bond related to the grocery store. This is the last step in the process for the agreements we have with the grocery store. It's pretty much an administrative process. You may recall that as a component of the financial agreement, we agreed to issue a non-recourse redevelopment area bond. So non-recourse means the payment of that does not come back to the taxpayers. It doesn't appear on our debt statements, our official statements, or otherwise. We purely serve as a conduit of the issuance of the bond is $90,000 to get paid back in over 3 years, 0% interest, $3,000 a year. The property owner will be paying that bond back. It's their ultimately the obligation of the grocery store. This received local finance board review and approval, and so this resolution is the last step in that process.
Thank you. Borough Attorney Shaw.
Thank you, Mayor. Would you like me to go through the rules of decorum? Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Please be advised that we've implemented a new set of procedures in how we conduct the council meetings. The mayor runs the meeting, and everyone will have an opportunity to speak. As you can see from today's agenda packet, we have 3 opportunities where the public may participate. The first opportunity for public participation is after the mayor's report. If you look on your agenda, that's number 10. This time is limited to questions about the resolutions and/or ordinances that are up for vote on today's agenda. Any questions or comments will be placed on the record. Then the public portion will be closed. Once the public portion is closed, the mayor will respond to the question or direct a member from the governing body or directors to respond to the public's inquiries. The public cannot speak once the public portion is closed. The second opportunity is the public hearing for the ordinance we have on the agenda for a second hearing. And on your agenda, that's number 11. At this time, a member of the public may have a question or comment regarding the specific ordinance up for second reading. Once the comments are heard, public portion will be closed and the mayor will respond or direct a member from the governing body, directors to respond to the inquiry. Then finally, after a vote for the consent agenda is passed, there'll be a third opportunity for public participation. And on your agenda, that is number 16. The public at this time may ask a question or make a comment on any topic. Once all the members of the public are heard in person and via Zoom, the public portion will be closed. Once the public portion is closed, no one from the public will be able to comment. The mayor then will respond or direct anyone else from the dais to respond. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. And now it's time for my report. But before we do so, can we have a moment of silence for Tex, our firefighter, who has served our borough for a very long time? Just a reminder, our communication, one of the things that we're trying to improve, mayor and council, is how do we communicate with the members of the public? And we have a survey that is out, and you can go to the borough website, Highland Park Borough, and just look at the survey, fill it out, and find out some of the ways that we need and how we can improve communication with all of you. So we're asking you to complete that survey that's on the website so we can know how to better improve our communication. We are looking for members. It's coming to the end of the year, and we're looking for members for boards and commission. Information for boards and commission is also on the website, so please take a look there. Thanksgiving is fast approaching, and the Highland Park PD, Police Department, First Aid, Fire, and Zone 6, they're doing a food donation drive. This is being organized by Officer Fitzgerald, and the Thanksgiving drop-off, canned food drop-off will be at the police department from now until October 17th. So if you wish, you just drop off any items you wish to donate, canned items, over to the Highland Park Police Department. And last but definitely not least, that the library is finally open. We had a great turnout on Sunday. It was just awesome. It's newly renovated. It's really state of the arts, and it's really, really awesome. There's something for everyone, and it's very convenient to check in and out. And whatever you need, there's a meeting room and everything else. It's I would say, highly improved. And I also want to thank our state partners, such as Assemblyman Stanley, that came to the opening, and I want to thank the Assembly members that helped us to get the funding for the library, and also the Senate members that our Senator Pat Dykeman, who also helped to get that funding. So thanks to everyone, and that's my report. Now I'm gonna go to public participation. Total of 21 minutes, 3 minutes for speakers, limited items on this agenda. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by members of the public on Zoom. If you wish to speak, please come to the microphone and give us your name and address. Our administrator, anyone on Zoom?
Yes, we have a hand up on Zoom, and just for the record, we have 10 folks attending from home. Sal Baptiste, you're up. Please state your name to confirm it's you.
Hi, this is Sal Baptiste. I live on Raritan Avenue. I had a question about resolution 11-24-262, authorizing us joining with the Cranford Police Cooperative Pricing System for Goods and Services. I looked into that a little. At present, they only have a contract about purchasing cars for police departments. However, I'm a little concerned about how vague it is, just saying goods and services. What types of goods and services does this involve? I worry that in future, this could lead to something such as outsourcing the crossing guards, for instance. So yeah, just some clarification would be good. Thanks.
Let's see, no other hands up here.
Okay. See, there's no further questions. May I have a motion to close the public participation?
So moved. For a second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Canavera? Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
Yes.
Regarding the question that was posed, we have a hard time, and Sarah or Administrator, correct me if I'm incorrect in particular this one, that we have a hard time in purchasing vehicles. And when we pool the resources together with smaller towns or town our sizes, because we go to the bigger towns, it takes us forever to get police vehicles and other vehicles. So when we pool resources together with other smaller towns, it's easier for us to get more vehicles on the road rather than going in a pool where there's such as, say, towns such as Edison, Piscataway, and New Brunswick. Smaller towns, we can pool our resources together and we can get vehicles it's an easier way for us to get the vehicles because we're currently behind in our fleet. Am I correct?
Yes, Mayor, and just to clarify, the resolution format was dictated by the Cranford Police Co-op, but it's basically authorizing us to join the cooperative, and the sole motivation at this time was they apparently have some EV and hybrid vehicles available, which have been very challenging to find for police departments. And but certainly we'll continue to monitor what other goods and services they may have. But right now, the purpose was the vehicles, as noted.
And because our desire is to be as sustainable as possible, and EV vehicles it's really desirable that we want to see here in town especially for our environment. So as we pursue these opportunities with other towns where we can get these vehicles, and it's important for us to hop on all these opportunities. Okay. Ordinance requiring a second reading. Clerk, can you report on ordinance number 24-2097?
An ordinance of the Borough of Highland Park, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending the downtown redevelopment plan for tracks A through D has been duly advertised for consideration of passage on final reading by title, and affidavits of publication are on file.
Now it's time for a public hearing on this ordinance. If you wish to speak on this ordinance, please come to the microphone and announce yourself. Those in person will be heard first, followed by those on Zoom, and you can raise your hand on Zoom. Anyone on Zoom?
Yes, Mayor, I see Sal Baptist. It looks like your hand's up. Please just state your name again to confirm.
Yes, it's Sal Baptist, again. I was reading through the redevelopment plan. It does seem to be a little easier to read. And I noticed that for tract C, lot 19 is a single family home facing Magnolia, and they say it's got a well manicured lawn or whatever. I'm wondering why that's considered in need of redevelopment. Also, lot 13 is a daycare and other businesses facing South 3rd. These are the only two that are not facing South 2nd and Raritan. So I was able to find in the fine print that it's the plan is to do parking related things with them. I'm not sure how that helps Highland Park be more, walkable, to be replacing small businesses and single family homes with parking related things. But also, how will this interact with the plan to close off South 3rd to vehicle traffic and to make Magnolia a one-way street? This doesn't sound like it's going to be pleasant to get into whatever parking areas going on or to leave it. And so that kind of defeats the purpose of trying to make things walkable if you have to go all the way around 2 entire blocks to get in or out of the parking lot. If I'm incorrect in figuring out how these things all work together, please explain, but I'm just foreseeing a very bad time for everyone if all of these plans come to fruition as far as I understand them. Thanks.
Anyone else?
No, Mayor.
Oh, seeing there's no further, may I have a motion to close public session on public hearing on ordinance number 24-2097?
Motion to close public hearing. Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
Yes.
Or Administrator, can you respond to the question on track C, the two lots, and then the closure for South Third?
Sure. The lots 19 and 13 that were referred to were included in the plan. They were studied as and determined to be meet the criteria as area in need of redevelopment. The main reason we wanted to include them is that there were the possibility that if they were incorporated, they might facilitate either access to the site and to the parking areas and or round out the parking areas to make the layout a little better. There are no plans on the table right now for those two lots, but we didn't want to preclude that possibility by not including them in the plan amendment. But right now, there's no movement on those two. There was a reference to Magnolia and the one-way, which I believe is a reference to something in our bike ped plan where we might consider looking at changing the road directions and making them one-ways on Magnolia and Benner, but that is not moving ahead, and we recognize it needs additional study in light of the plans for track C. So that is not etched in stone at this point, and we'll be looking at that further in light of the redevelopment plan.
Thank you. In addition to when South Third, the pedestrian plaza comes in place, it will always have walkability. It will be an area that you will be able to access. At
Yes,
any given
Mayor,
time.
and thanks for mentioning that. The lot 19 that was included, we were actually potentially just envisioning a pathway through to the site and to the church as a possible amenity. So walking from the plaza, you could walk through and penetrate the block in the middle and get to the church and to the rear of the new project. So those are amongst the concepts we've considered. Again, none of them, we're not really pursuing those at this time, but we didn't want to include the possibility.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt or reject ordinance number 24-2097?
Motion to adopt. Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
Yes.
Ordinance requiring first reading. Clerk, can you please report an introduction of ordinance number 24-2098?
Capital ordinance providing for the purchase of a community shuttle bus, appropriating $200,000 thereof, authorized in and by the Borough of Highland Park in the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, has been introduced by the Finance Committee for consideration of passage on first reading by title.
May I have a motion to adopt or reject ordinance number 24-2098 to authorize publication as required by law and set forth in public hearing for December 10th, 2024?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yeah.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
First, I just wanted to say thank you, Mayor, and to the hardworking staff here at the borough, including Terry. Very excited for this one to move forward. This is something I was really championing at our last work session. So thank you for having it on the agenda tonight. And I wholeheartedly vote yes. And also, just a little plug, hopefully we're able to get a nice electric or hybrid vehicle.
For those who are not aware that our senior bus is down, so hopefully we'll get renovation and bus it was right around the same time. Now we move on to the consent agenda. May I ask any council member who wish to add or have a question on the consent agenda or have anything be separated or pulled? No? Okay. Okay, may I have a motion to adopt or reject the following consent agenda items, 13A through 13C?
So moved. Second.
I should have said T, it sounded like C. T is in Tom. Resolution required a separate reading.
Wait,
Oh, may I have a motion?
roll call.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes, and if you look closely, fireworks July 3rd this year, so yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
Yeah, you stole my thunder. I was gonna point that out too. That's totally fine. We can both champion it together. Very much, all looking forward to another exciting 4th of July celebration in Highland Park. It always brings out a ton of people. I vote yes.
Resolution requiring a separate reading. May I have a motion to adopt or reject resolution number 11-24-264? Resolution to approve budget transfer.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
Yes.
And now we go to appointments, Recreation Commission, Linda Chu. May I have a motion to confirm?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
One more final comment for the night. I look forward to working with Linda, the Recreation Advisory Commission. Yes.
All righty. Second, public participation, 3 minutes per speaker on any topic, subject to conclude by 9 p.m. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by members who attended on Zoom.
Yes, I have Sal Baptist, your hands up, please confirm it's you.
Yes, okay, Sal Baptist again. I was a little confused about the ordinance because I asked how something could be listed as in need of redevelopment when it was, described as nicely looked after and whatever. And the answer I got was that we saw there was a possibility of, rounding out the parking area. I don't remember the exact wording, but looking at a lot and saying, well, it would be nice to have that included in our plan is not really the same as saying, yes, this lot is in need of redevelopment. And I think it's a little disturbing that this is what's apparently going on. That someone is saying, well, for our grand plan, that lot would be perfect. And that's the kind of thing that leads to eminent domain and unhappy people. And, there's a lot of things I would like. And I can't just go around saying, well, that's in need of redevelopment so that it becomes mine. Just saying. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Seeing there's no further, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved. Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Canavera?
Yes.
Councilman Hale?
Yes.
Council President Hirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Pistonik?
Yes.
We're gonna not have a recess, so may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I need a second. Oh.
Second.
All in favor? Our next schedule, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Our next scheduled meeting will be December 10th at 7 p.m. Thank you and have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving to all.